Okay, well, it seems like I am trying to make a video about remembering Etika, putting my thoughts on what happened back in 7 years ago and almost a decade, right? But it seems like the Matrix keeps interrupting me, interrupting this video to like really get me on that, flow state on pouring my heart out and soul to what happened, to how things changed after he's no longer here with us, and not only how this day, June 19th, 2020, 2019, changed for Etika and for the internet. Basically, after 2019, the whole world has changed. And I wouldn't say for the positive, sadly, definitely far from positive, man. Far from a better world. Um, yeah. But the reason why I want to make this video is because I watched one of the Joy-Con Boys YouTuber in the Joy-Con Boys community, Arias. I hope I'm saying his name right, but he runs the Joy-Con Boys channel. I watch him and whatnot, and he has a video that says that's called Etika June 19th, 2019, and I'll link his video down below just so you guys can check it out. I think it's a really good video and just put it in like a retrospect on and just reflecting on what happened on that day and how things changed, how things impacted, you know, not only just the whole community when Etika was still here and us growing up with him and how he impacted all of us. He impacted me, impacted Arias, the Joy-Con boys. Um, just about yeah. When I was watching that video, I just got a lot of flashbacks of when um I was 15 during that time, freshman year in high school. I was going through the same spiritual awakenings and stuff like that as Etika. During that time, um, Etika was going through a lot of shit, man. He was going through a lot of shit, and it's crazy how much he was right about a lot of things. You know, the crazy takes that he had, like, and you look back at it and it's like, wow, you know, it 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 makes way, it's like he saw for what's coming, and I have a lot of feelings about it, man. I have a lot of thoughts about it. Um, just about, yeah, because I remember one of my friends who also watched Etika at the time. During that moment, I did not watch his final video. I'm not sure what happened because I was subscribed to his YouTube channel. I was no like I even had his notifications on, but somehow I never got the notification about that final video and what happened. My friend told me about what happened. I watched the video, and those, I think, around June 2020, June 22nd to like June 25th, I was just in a constant state of just worry, and I was just so worried for him. So worried for him, man. I was stress eating. I was talking to my other friends about it, how I was just so worried. I hope he's okay. I hope they find him and whatnot. And after I heard about the news of him passing, I remember I was just crying. I was in my mom's business at the time. I had the Nintendo Switch with me as well, but I was just crying, man. It felt like, on that day when they found his body, it felt like I lost a family member. As crazy as that sounds, I never met him. I, you can say it's parasocial, I know, right? But it really felt like a family member just died when the news broke. And I look back to 2019 and the videos I also recorded. Like, I documented a lot of things back in 2019 and during that time as well. I was still watching Etika streams. You know, I just stopped by and just enjoy his streams. Type in the chat, just have a good time. And like back then, streaming was just, you know, how when Etika was streaming back then, so much more simple, so much more personal, so much more just grounded level compared to now. Is like streaming is just like what the you know it's like a completely different thing, you know, that I just don't see the appeal of. Maybe because I'm 22 now and I'm getting older, and that does not uh that's not that, you know, streaming is not like the target demographic for me now, right? It's for the younger kids. But at the same time, man, it's like, but still, I still miss Etika streams, man. I still miss his streams. I still miss when he dropped his videos, just talking about whether it's gaming news, Nintendo content. Uh, his personality alone, it's just unbeatable. It's just unmatched, you know, unmatched. And you know, and especially during this time, hold on, let me get some water, man. During these times, bro, and Arya's talked about this, right? We need Etika more than ever, especially during these times. Like somebody who is a beacon of hope, like you said. And you know, as much as I would like for Etika to still be here with us, at the same time, I don't blame him. I don't blame him, you know, for doing what he did. Especially in a world like this now, it's like I felt like he dodged the bullet when it came to whatever the fuck this is. You know, we're like, feels like we're in a twilight zone. Ever since 2020 happened, like we're stuck in this twilight zone for so long, and so many crazy things has been happening, crazy events, this and that, nothing but chaos, madness, the cost of living, the cost, you know, it's like nothing's simple anymore. Nothing is simple anymore. It's it's nothing but negativity. It's nothing but um division. It's you know, I think it would be selfish of me to say that I wish Etika was still here, because at the same time, you know, I just hope wherever he is, in wherever he is, right? I hope he's free from this, free from this whole chaos. Um, I really do. I really, really do. Whether reincarnation is real or not, you know, there's something off about reality. And even Etika himself talked about how strange reality is, and saying that you're God, I'm God, and these crazy takes that people twist and turn, you know, twist and like try to like, what's that word? You know, like try to slander him for having these quote unquote crazy takes. But now it's like, damn, he was right, you know? Whatever he saw, like, it's like, damn, man, I don't blame you. And this is not me advocating for people to do, you know, and I don't know if I should, you know how YouTube is with their censorship and like we can't even, it's like, even especially nowadays on the internet, you just can't even talk about, or even society as a whole, you just can't talk about these things. You know, whatever you can't just talk about the truth. You just can't talk about these subjects that we're running away from, and that we're distracting ourselves from. Like, we have to talk about these things, whether it's about reality, whether it's about self sovereignty, whether it's about self autonomy, euthanasia. You know what I'm saying? Like, these things do need to be talked about, because the reason why people go through mental shit is because society itself is the problem. The world itself is the problem. And sadly, that affected Etika in a way that made him feel like you know, he needed to go. Um, yeah, I don't think yeah society as a whole is not really ready for these type of topics, and especially now I'm an anti. I'm into certain philosophies like antinatalism and things like that, and I even respect Etika for him not even having children during that time. You know, at least he at least left this realm, this physical realm, to where he doesn't have a lot of like attachments, you know, like having children and shit. But at the same time, yeah. Honestly, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a lot of things in my mind. I know it's just, but I'm trying to explain it in a way that's like makes sense and like trying like people try not to construe it. But yeah, um, I just want to remember him. I just want to remember him. But I do feel like if he was still here with us, yeah, I feel like I would be. I feel like yeah, things would have been much things would be much better if he was still here. I ain't gonna lie. Things will be still well, things will be a lot better. You know, whatever darkness this whole Matrix is doing to us, the mass psychosis, uh, just a lot of corrupt shit, man. A lot of corruptness, a lot of corruption has happened during these past 7 years after Etika passed, and especially you know during 2020 to now. Um, I'm trying to see if I have any other thoughts about what happened. But yeah, just want to talk about that as well. Because I know the other day I made about the GTA 6 reaction, but also I think I should talk about you know the more serious notes and stuff. And yeah, well as of right now, for me, so much has changed during that time. You know, when I was 15 watching Etika, that was like the last year. You know, was because I remember watching when I was like 11 years old. I think back in 2015 to 15 years old, and I had a lot more light, man. I had a lot more optimism, a lot more enthusiasm. Even during my spiritual awakening at 15, you know, I thought it would be good. Um, just about yeah. And now I'm in the process of trying to get out of the U.S., trying to leave here, seeing for what it is, seeing how it just deteriorates your health. You know, your mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, the rat race, the slave enslavement. You know, trying to find, you know, having to worry about making money, 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 productive, 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 numbers on the screen. Did you pay rent? Did you pay bills, taxes, this and that? And I know for sure Etika was like he was tired of that too. I know he at one point was homeless too, and uh, he went through that same shit. But now it's like it feels like 10 times harder. Especially how we had to pay to live and all these man-made concepts that is mind-boggling, man, mind-boggling. And I just want to say that, yeah, man, that's what I'm trying to do. Especially, I still want to keep on going with this this channel, uh, and whatnot, just to just kind of keep remembering him, or just also trying to find a way to make it out of here, make it out of the U.S. And I'm not saying where I'm gonna move. I already know where it is. It's my mother. It's I'm related to. I don't know how to explain it. Right, the motherland. Right, on my mom's side. Um, yeah. I think I'm gonna leave it off here. Like Etika once said, uh, take care of yourself and have a good damn good one. JGFRFX, I'm out.